Hi, this is WaffleKitty, and today, red is always the imposter. If you're not either living under a rock or a fucking Chad in hiding, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, the game that has taken over every platform, Twitch, YouTube, and even Pornhub. Trust me, you really don't want to know. But everyone from Eveline from Resident Evil 7 to your dying grandpa plays this game. Suprisngly, among us, has been lurking in the shadows like fucking Ben from The Walking Dead for years. So, why did this game go from nothing to an overnight hit? Well, go to Wikipedia. Or, just watch as I play my amazing transition music. Before we get to the main meat of this video, we first need to discuss the game itself. Among Us, and this is important, a party game. Up to 10 friends or strangers join a game, in which games last up to 10 minutes. Secretly, the players receive their roles, with the majority as crewmates, and either one or two becoming the imposters. The crewmates can't see roles, but the imposters can see other imposters. The crewmates go through the spaceship and complete mini-games, attempting to fill up a task bar. Crewmates can win by either filling up the tasks bar or voting off all imposters. More on that later. Imposters can win in one of two ways, either by outsimponsing all the crewmates, or completing a sabotage. A sabotage, like killing, can be triggered every 30 seconds. The crewmates have 30 seconds to complete a special task. If they fail, the imposters win. Both sabotage and killing have cooldowns. The main way for the crewmates to win is ejecting both imposters. After a body is found, the crewmates report it and discuss it through voice chat. After 1 minute, they can either skip or yeet a crewmate in space. Fans have made other special game modes, such as Name Switch and my personal favorite, Hide and Seek. So, that's a brief overview. But the gameplay isn't what made it so popular. That's coming soon. But first, there was one absolutely mad lad, coding for dummies, and a report button. The game was initially created by game developer Marcus Bromander. While that might sound a bit like a frat boy mixed with a salamander, he's actually the current founder of Inner Sloth, a tech company responsible for hits Henry Stickmin and Dig2 China. In 2017, Bromander paused work on Henry Stickmin for an innovative new concept inspired by one of my favorite games, Mafia. The main draw of games like Mafia is the social aspect. Lie to your friends. Betray your buddies. Go full scar on your Lil Mufasa buddies.
Help me!
Long live the king.
The developers decided to create a game similar to Mafia, a game entirely dependent and focused on the player's skills of deception, humor, and jokes, intended to be played by groups of friends. This original game was similar to the modern, excluding sound effects and a more local server with a single map. The game was released in June 2018 to Android and iOS under the name of Space Mafia. Quick, to the point, but not the most innovative title. Shortly after release, Among Us had an average player count of 30 to 50 concurrent players, surprisingly, including myself, as I joined during the first months of release. Yes, I'm not just a fucking zero sub ripoff, and am a true gaming legend. I need to make a non-OnlyFans. Bromander blamed the game's poor release on Inner Sloth being really bad at marketing. Geez, what geniuses of mankind, what golden idols of society, with such an iconic quote. According to interviews collected later, the team almost abandoned the project to die multiple times, but continued work on it due to a small but vocal player base, adding in online multiplayer, some new and improved tasks, and custom settings. The game was newly released on Steam on November 16, 2018, with cross-platform play available but subject to glitches. August 8, 2019, Innersloth added a second map, Myro HQ. Plus, the first non-ship map, as it was an ice plant, was added that November, which meant that players could rely less on admin and more on the new Palace feature of Vitals. Originally, the two maps cost initially about £3. However, their prices were soon changed £1.50 on January 6, 2020, then free for all players on June 11, 2020 to celebrate Among Us's new popularity. While the map packs are still available for purchase on all platforms, they now only provide the player the skins, pets, and hats that were added with the maps. Among Us continued into 2019 in a state of mediocrity, neither successful nor a flop. While, from a strictly business perspective, it wasn't profitable, the team constantly added new updates and costumes, which led the game to continue its steady rise. The team continued this, most likely, due to the passion and love they had for the game, and the small and dedicated fan base, although there are many theories as to why. CEO Bromandra attributed the continuation of the game to the studio having enough savings to keep working on the game even while it was not selling particularly well. Forrest Willard, one of the game's programmers, claimed the team stuck with the game a lot longer than we probably should have from a pure business standpoint, but gave no other explanation. At this point, I probably need to bring up the mobile game Werewolf Online. Werewolf Online is another mobile party game more similar to Mafia, still with the play with friends social deception aspect. Werewolf Online was released in 2018 also, and in my opinion is the better and much more complex game. You can still find me there under the name WaffleKitty, where I still play when I'm not eating waffles and listening to music. But Werewolf Online still lingers in the Play Store, next to cheap anime games and Raid Shadow Legends. So why did Among Us become popular when so many other games didn't? When most games are released, there are three main factors that contribute to their success: luck, reputation of the developers, company, or any previous game, big PP, BB, patronage, and obviously gameplay. While there is one more specific factor I want to discuss later, those are vital to any game's success. Among Us, when it started, had two of those in a mild way: some reputation for the success of Henry Stickmin, and fun gameplay. However, in early 2020 Among Us experienced the first of the two other factors. The first was patronage. Twitch streamer Sodapoppin was truly the Danny DeVito of this game, playing the game with his friends and relatively large fanbase. Soon, streamers like PewDiePie, Pokimane, and Ninja were also streaming Among Us on Twitch, leading the mid and small creators to play the game also. The second was luck. Unless you're Donald Trump, you probably know that since March, COVID-19 has been cock-blocking literally everyone from everyone else. But, in the heart of despair and PJ Pants, there came a hero, the internet. Look, you're hopefully not stupid, so I'm not going to explain how the internet works. However, there was one problem with Zoom and Discord and watching Quibi over the phone. To put it simply, there was nothing to talk about. Unless you want to talk about crippling depression, shitty Disney live-action remakes, loneliness, and full-out zombie apocalypse over Zoom. So when streamers started advertising the game, it was perfect timing. When playing this game, you didn't need any small talk. As I said earlier, the game is entirely dependent on the people playing. Discussing is essential, and it was a natural way to encourage joking, laughing, and even flirting for the weird people. For streamers, it was a goldmine for small streamers with skills as a detective, big brain imposters. Streamers with either chemistry with their friends, a great sense of humor, or bad luck blew up. As the streams would go on, the streamers would gain inside jokes, and the audience could feel included. Streamers could play with friends, and the communities could mix, as the audience could discover new players as they played with favorites. Personally, I'd recommend Gus Johnson or Eddie Burback, both great streamers. But anyways, as I said earlier, the game is entirely based on the players. If the game was played with strangers, and the players only interact professionally, it wouldn't have gotten popular. It gained popularity because of the friendships between players, and how they interact. The best Among Us streamers gained popularity because of their charisma and charm, as well as skill. But where there is a Elwok, there is always a Jar Jar Binks. And so thinks Among Us ISO about Togo Adanahilla. Why do I sound like Mario? Maybe because his stupid text-to-speech sucks ass. I really wish I could show off my Mad Lad VA skills. Transition already. For this next part, we need to go back to our friend Wikipedia, because I don't have the time. Wikipedia. During its time of widespread popularity, Among Us was controversially played by the US Navy sports team, in which players on the stream used in-game names referencing the N-word and the bombing of Nagasaki. The stream was deemed offensive and intolerable by some viewers. In mid-October 2020, a hacker known as Loris began targeting mainly North American servers. Several players on the Among Us subreddit and Twitter reported this player hacking their lobbies and spamming in-game chat with promotions for his YouTube channel, links to his Discord server, and controversial political messages. Loris also threatened to personally hack players that refused to subscribe to his YouTube channel. The Discord server has been found to contain large amounts of NSFW content such as racist language, gore, pornography and images depicting animal abuse. A Eurogama report from October 23, 2020 features an interview with a person claiming to be Loris, conducted via the Discord server from one of the links provided in their hacked games. In the interview, Loris claims he created the bot responsible for the hacks in only 6 hours, and had enlisted up to 50 volunteers to form a botnet which boosted the strength of their attacks. Loris claimed that the hack impacted 4.9 million players in 1.5 million games. He also added that the hacks were part of a publicity stunt to influence players to vote for Donald Trump in the presidential election. Innersloth added an in-game message warning players about the hacks in October and released a statement on Twitter the next day. They said they were super aware of the hacking issue, and stated that an emergency server update will be pushed out to combat the hacks. They encouraged players to stick to private games and to avoid playing on public ones until the update was released. The team plans to address the hacking vulnerabilities as part of the planned overhaul for the game. However, those problems aren't what's wrong with Among Us. What's going to take Among Us down is what took Fall Guys down: being overplayed. Already, the internet has been flooded with songs, memes, merch, theories, and clickbait kids videos. Soon, Among Us will be seen as old and predictable, being replaced by the next overnight multiplayer hit, currently Phasmophobia, which I predict will be replaced by In Silence, Jackbox Party Packs, or Gang Beasts. But no matter what, Among Us will always be remembered for its innovative, social concept which saved most people from quarantine. And, just like Ben, it redeemed itself in the end. So, see you next time. Also fuck you, it's Red, I told you. Next time on WaffleKitty.